Black Power family. We black in the house again. It's the Truth Hour with General Sarah Soon said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. Tomorrow, the pay-per-view live stream that ancient African scientists graft to other races is going to be all powerful. You should have your behind in the place. Don't you dare miss it. As a matter of fact, I know Ray out there or even put top. Matter of fact, let me drop it in. Let me drop it in for your family. Click that link. Begin to think. We're going to touch on some of it tonight. This is more, some of the modern aspects of eugenics that's going on. Some of the modern aspects of eugenics that's going on tonight. The master race, gene editing, mutant soldiers, and cyborg babies. Okay? Check that out. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, 20% off at this time. That's right, I said 20% off at this time, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts and hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor for the family, every room, and we got accessories for every room in the house, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. We got you. 20% off at this time. Check us out. We know we got something you're going to like and love. That's right. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, SETI University, over 900 video presentations for the family, over 900 video presentations for the family, African history, heritage, black power, politics, economics, spirituality, nation building, occult, everything under the sun that you can imagine. You understand? Dealing with our culture is on that site. So you should most definitely check us out. GeneralSeti.com, the complete General Sarah Seti website, developing the black nation one lesson at a time. That's right. Patreon, you know we keep it popping on Patreon. BPC making noise, we never come. Dropping exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube. We'll be in effect tomorrow. You understand? After we drop the live stream, and ain't no stopping. We still coming to the people. You understand? We still coming to the people. So most definitely we'll be live tomorrow. You see, we'll be live tomorrow. Patreon, General Seti. I dropped it in there. Check out the live streams. Exquisite titles. You understand? Many of them, you like, wow, man, this brother touching on this. Okay, then. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. And the moderators out there will. I see Pata out there. Yeah. You know, Pata, that nigga done banned so many niggas. That's right. Top of the line. All right. Here we go, family. The master race, gene editing, mutant soldiers. And, you know, I say, you know what? And you think most of the time, when you see some shit on the movies, see, a lot of people, when they look at movies, you know, they assume, oh, you know, this is just Hollywood. Shit, the Hollywood more realer than the shit you see on your news. You understand what I'm saying? The majority of the shit that you see in Hollywood is matter of fact, by the time you done saw it, they already doing it. You see, they done already started the program to achieve all of that. And so I remember when we started talking about these mutants. Let's start with the soldiers. You see, you know, and I remember the Universal Soldier, you know, RoboCop and shit. They already got robot police out there. You understand what I'm saying? They already been experimenting in the military. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, they've already incorporated you know, they got dogs and shit, robotic dogs and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Tanks and shit, robotic tanks and shit. that roll in with the soldiers and shit. Nah, so they've already incorporated, and they saying it won't be long. You understand? Probably the next 20 years where 1/4 of the military gonna be robotic by that time. You see, it's gonna be robotic by that time. And what ain't a full robot is gonna be a cyborg. You see, where because they already said you sign up, motherfucker. They're gonna have the permission. You understand what I'm saying? To put implants in your fucking head. You understand it in your body. Okay, I just want y'all to know that. That's where they're going with this shit. So that you, as a soldier, as a piece of property of the military, is always linked to the main frame. They're gonna have your ass linked, and it's gonna be almost like it's like you ever play them video games and shit, and and you get hit, and the motherfucker get to breathing real deep. I know that old ass mother, all of them, do you get to breathe? You can hear the shit, you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be linked. You're gonna be linked to the mainframe to where they could tell what part of your body been hit, what part of your body been damaged. You see what I'm saying? And just like on the goddamn the video game, it could tell where you at as far as your level of life force. If you on your way out and shit, you know what I'm saying? They could tell the level of the damage that been, that your body then took. You see, and so that's where they're going with when they talk about this cyborg, soldier that they're trying to develop. Matter of fact, let me get it up here. Let me see if this is it. I believe it is. Nope, that's not it. Let me see if this is it. Close that one out. Supposed to already have it up there. I don't understand. Let me see if this is it. Yep, got it. About to bring it up now. Yeah, so what they're gonna do, they're gonna link the mind to the mainframe. And so what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take a computer chip implant into your brain. You see, that's where they're going with this. Now the thing is, as we move forward, a lot of people thinking, they've already started this with the populists. Okay, so they want everybody on the mainframe. You see, they want everybody on the mainframe, so they didn't already start it. You see, right here, we talking about genetically engineered human beings. You see, genetically engineered human beings. And so, I see where you can customize your baby and shit. You can decide what fucking color hair, color eyes and shit. They claim that they've mapped out the DNA code. And so they can go in there and alter, and so these people is really on some God. They trying to play God like a motherfucker. Real talk. They trying to play God like a motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful, damn near, of everything that they do when they come to you going and they to any type of medical and shit, and motherfucker go in your body and shit. You have to be very, very careful looking at the resume, the resume of people and the thing that they've already done out here. And that's real talk. How Iron Man exoskeletons work. You see, flexible frame fitted to soldier's leg is also attached to belt. Tech delivers the right torque at the right time to assist the knee. The exoskeleton monitors speed, direction, and angle of movement. You know, so they out here, man, they creating all type of, you know, but this is, you know, and a lot of that gonna be connected to, you know, chips in the body. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit gonna be operating, you know what I'm saying, with chips that's connected to a mainframe. You see, we looking at the helmet. They would have brain implants that would let them communicate directly with other soldiers without speaking and control weapons with their mind. This is a motherfucking Terminator, man. You see? What kind of shit they got, man? You know what I'm saying? They would have brain implants that would let them communicate with other soldiers without speaking and control weapons with their mind. Okay? There will be eye implants that would allow a soldier to see in infrared. Ain't that how the Terminator? Yeah, it's already been done. We already know that. You see? You know what I'm saying? You know, if you see it already, they're already doing it. You know, so motherfuckers, you know, back in the day, they have, you know, I guess they had goggles and shit, but they're getting eye implants now that would allow soldiers to see in infrared, ultraviolet, and much better detail than the normal eye. Okay, there will be ear enhancements that give not just better hearing, but the ability to sense the layout and surroundings and potentially receive and transmit data without speech. Man, this shit crazy. You know, you could just think some shit. You could just think some shit. You could just think some shit, and that shit, it will be received by other members of your team with the same, you know, with the same computerized setup. You see? Finally, there will also be a web of implants under the skin, giving the user enhanced strength and endurance, as well as the ability to quickly perform tasks that would have required years of muscle memory training. You see what I'm saying? Years of muscle memory training. So really, that's a motherfucking Terminator. That's a motherfucking metal solid gear. That's right. So they already, and so you got what's that, DARPA? The Pentagon's mad scientist wing hopes to create the soldier of the future using high-tech mechanical developments and advanced medical technologies involving genetic engineering. You see? Biological soldiers will have the ability to go 40 hours without sleep and still maintain focus. Damn, 40 hours? They will go without rations for days, but more effectively turning body fat to energy. Okay, injured personnel could be able to regrow severed or destroyed limbs. Now, I would like to know how the fuck they gonna do that. Now, you a bad motherfucker, you could do that. Injured personnel could be able to regrow severed or destroyed limbs. Oh, man, this shit crazy, man. What the fuck do they got that could do that? You see, I would like to know. Mechanical exoskeletons could multiply the strength of soldiers, enabling them to run for hours and carry weights far beyond what is possible unassisted. You see, contact lenses will transmit images from satellites and drones to soldiers on the battlefield. Helmets can enable soldiers to communicate telepathically. Okay. So again, we you know, here here's where we going. So you already know what you're gonna be up against. You gonna be up against some goddamn Terminators out here. You understand what I'm saying? They already figuring the world gonna be damn near, by time 2050. Man, listen here. Let me tell y'all something. By 2050, oh yeah, already. We know it's, just like brother, I'm gonna just put that with the brother. Brother say if they release the information to the public, trust it, it is 2 decades beyond what they did. It might be more than that. Might be more than that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it's already, I mean, goddamn, listen. Let's just be real. Goddamn, Terminator was out damn near what? Terminator came out in the 80s. Shit. What? Terminator came out in the 80s. I mean, look at the Bionic Man. When the fuck did the Bionic Man, Steve Austin, come out? You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, just to show you, you know what I'm saying, that it's real in the field. You understand what I'm saying? It's real out here, and so but the thing is, like you say, but there's new operations going on. You see, there's new operations now. It's the babies, and it's you, and it's you, and it's you. You see, because the thing is, when we start talking about the master race, what I want y'all to understand is when you start hearing Hitler talk about that shit, a lot of people don't understand that Hitler learned from the best, the United States. Everything, and people don't know that Hitler got his eugenics program from the United States. That's where he got it from. You see, look it up. You see, he studied the eugenics program of the United States, all the material that they was putting out and shit, and that's where he got it from. You see? And so, the thing is, when you in control of that technology and you label certain people's undesirable, okay? You label them undesirable, and which means they are defect. They got what you deem to be defects. And so what you do, in order to get the master race that you envision, you had to get rid of the defects. You had to get rid of the defects. And so even with Yakub and what they were talking about, you grafting, what do you want? How do you get there? What do you have to take away? You see, what, and sometimes is sometimes is what you add. Sometimes is what you take away. Sometimes is what you add, depending on what the outcome you want. So when you got these people, you had Hitler, his master race was the Aryan. His concept of what the Aryan was, blonde, blue-eyed, pale skinned, as far as the man, he wanted somebody 6 feet over. You understand what I'm saying? And so when he saw, certain children in the populace that was falling, he kidnapped them. He kidnapped them. You understand what I'm saying? He you know what I'm saying? And they went through a whole process of going through people's genealogy. You understand? See who was in their genealogy. You see, and if they had any type of, you understand, diseases and shit, or they had any non-Aryan blood, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't even get he was giving out certificates of those who were officially German, so you couldn't even marry unless you had a certificate. You see what I'm saying? And if you had been deemed a Aryan, a full-blooded German, it was against the law for you to marry outside of, you had to get somebody else with a certificate. If you get caught, your ass could be killed. You could be in prison. You see what I'm saying? And any type of marriages that happened before he was became the head of Germany, they nullified that. You know what I'm saying? You had to get you know what I'm saying? You had to get a divorce. You couldn't be married. You see what I'm saying? And so that was his way of, trying to, hoard the population together that he wanted. You understand what I'm saying? He wasn't a butt that just show you that what they attempt to do. And in the crazy shit about it, just like I brought up the other day, the Russians, because we keep thinking this shit is like some sci-fi movie, and it's not. You see, the Russians was trying to create a hybrid ape army. And so they had a sick motherfucking scientist and shit. And he was experimenting, putting human sperm in the damn monkeys and shit. And then he tried to take orangutan sperm and put it in. But before he was able to do that, the orangutan died. So he wasn't, but he already had the volunteers, human Russian women, that they about to put some orangutan guy. I say, wow, is this shit real? Yeah. So the Planet of the Apes that shit is real. That ain't no goddamn myth. You understand? They was actually trying to pull that shit off. And they wasn't the only one. They wasn't the only one trying to do that. And so the evidence, and so when you start seeing a lot of these people's already got tails, already got motherfuckers already, and shit, and listen here. So we have to ask ourselves, how long has this, this ability to be able to do this, is it ancient? Because, it's a lot of shit that exists today. And we have to ask the question, how did it become so? You know what I'm saying? And I say this because I break it down just like this. You see, where my pen? I like to write it, even though you can't see it. I like to write it out, to my. Oh my God! At one of these markers, getting my pants. All right. When you talk about DNA, right? You got, and I'm writing it out to myself. You got DNA, and when you go into DNA of, say, a dog, you see, and they say they know the code of a lot of animals. So when they go into the DNA code of the dog, they know where his tail is at. They know where on his DNA code, where the DNA strands for the tail. And they always talking about how much percent, certain animals is, and they say, themselves, and because that's the only person they gonna be talking. They ain't talking about me. 50% of a dog and human is the same. Okay, and so that means that if you go, obviously, if you go in their DNA and you go in the dog DNA, then it's 57 genes or whatever that's the same. You see? And so when you look at the DNA for a tail, right? Okay, you look at it, and then, because a tail is a tail, right? A tail is a goddamn tail. You see? So if you look at the DNA strand for a dog's tail, and then you look at the tail on a mankind, a kind of a man. It got to be the same because it got to be the same. It got to be the same DNA. You saying it's 57, and that got to be one. So if you take that tail on the kind of a man and put it next to the dog, it got to be the same. A tail is a tail. Yeah, the Rottweilers are bred, but you can still see they still got a tail bone. You still see that motherfucker. You see, they still got a tail bone. Yeah, they bred to not have no tail, but they got a tail bone. You see what I'm saying? So them motherfuckers still got that bone there. You see what I'm saying? But that been bred out. Just like, you know what I'm saying? I understand when, it been bred out. They able to go in there and somehow they done manipulated the DNA code to do that. You know what I'm saying? So they've been fucking with and I heard that one guy said that they've mapped they didn't map the codes. You understand what I'm saying? So they know how to change your ass. You see what I'm saying? They know how to change you now. They know where your divinity at. And the thing is, let me tell y'all something. Some of that gene editing is hereditary. It passes down. So once they change you, there's no changing back. I want to be clear about that. So you understand this shit. They say, does all dog origins come from a wolf? I believe so. I believe the wolf is the first, the canine. That's where the dog come from, the wolf. That's where he come from. You see? And so, and so again, once they change you, ain't no changing back. So I want y'all to understand that. And so listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. When they start talking about diseases and they said that they have identified certain genes or whatever that very well may be conducive to certain diseases and shit, and they claiming that they going in and they editing genes for the sake to prevent diseases and shit, this, that, and the third. If you believe that. If you believe that. You see, but to have the kind of power where they understand the DNA code and they can go in there and get the clip and shit. Once that shit is clipped, ain't no putting it back. I want y'all to understand that. Messenger RNA, that's right. You see, and so you can see they got little nanobots that can go in there and do that work now. They got little nanobots that can go in there and do that work. You see? These motherfuckers look just like the one off of Matrix, if you look at it. Cut short, that's right. It's cut short. That's right. It's cut short. That's right. You right. That's exactly right. And so when you look at, again, we just talked about that. What's that motherfucker called? Let me see if I can get the picture of that motherfucker. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Them sentinels. Let me see if I can get it in there. Yeah, here you go. They got these motherfuckers in gifts. I had it in a GIF anyway. So when you look at the type of nanobots that they, let me see if I can get it in there. There it is. There you go. So when you look at it and shit, you know what I'm saying, and you look at the type of nanobots and shit that they putting in the blood, it look damn near just as like them sentinels in the Matrix. You see, it you know, it has the let me see if I, where's the other one at? He got a payload on them motherfuckers. So when it go in, it got the camera, it got a payload. You see what I'm saying? So whatever it want to put in your ass, it could do it. Now the killing part about it, just to let y'all know, and I'm gonna leave it there. You could do whatever else you need to use your mind. How, you know, they putting that shit in pills. They putting them in pills and injections. They call them injectables. You see? They call them injectables. And they can go in and perform gene editing. Is that right? All right. So, you know, that's why I say you got to watch what you put in your damn body. You do. You got to be you got to be careful today. You understand what I'm saying? To stay healthy as possible. Stay healthy as possible and watch what you put in your damn body. You understand what I'm saying? And so, you know, they, you know, the thing is, you know, fuck the soldiers and shit, because why, you know, when you can already, you know, create genetically engineered humans, you can grow these, you can grow them. I know, you know, you could grow them and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they can all, you know, I mean, damn, you know, you can already be, you can go in there like, it's almost remind me of one of the movies where they just had a fucking warehouse. You know what I'm saying? Just a warehouse of them. You know what I'm saying? Just ready. All you have to do is plug them in and shit. You know, they're going to start mass producing them, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going to start mass producing all this shit, the babies, the soldiers, and everything. And so you see, this is where they're going with it. They feeling like, you know, this is the only way to survive. You know, this is the only way to survive on the planet, you know, because look at what's happening. The planet is, you know, like they say, fear of a black planet. You see, the planet is most definitely, when you talk about, man, I looked at it, man, 2050, then 2100. Man, you talking about out of the 20 largest cities on the planet, half of them gonna be in Africa. Crazy. You gonna have, I mean, you gonna literally have cities in Africa just larger than whole countries. You understand, by far. And so you see, you looking at probably in by 2100, Africa could be possibly 4 or 5 billion people. You see, real talk. Nigeria is gonna be a billion. Nigeria gonna be a billion by itself. Nigeria, they say Nigeria is gonna be a billion. You know, Nigeria gonna reach a billion people at one time. You see what I'm saying? And then you talking about Lagos. I mean, you talking about a city, man, that could have like, man, listen here, 40 million, 50 million people in Lagos. You see, in the surrounding areas. That's where that's going. That's just crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? You talking about the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Kenya. You see all of them, man, them cities in Ethiopia, all of them, I forget the cities, but man, it's crazy. Kinshasa, you know what I'm saying? All them cities gonna have crazy numbers. And so, they most definitely are looking to lean on robotics. You see what I'm saying? Cloning and all that shit to try to, offset, the obvious overtaking of the world by black people. Period. Marcus say, who cares? We will all be dead. No, your ass will all be dead. We ain't gonna ain't no Marcus. You delusional, Marcus. You don't you. I know you. What's wrong, Marcus? Marcus in there on, huh? Yeah, Marcus. He feeling down. You know what I'm saying? He didn't pop too many of them pills, and you understand he's depressed, and so he's talking about who cares? We all be dead. No, your ass will all be dead. You understand what I'm saying? And motherfuckers that think like you, Marcus. Marcus, come up off them pills, Marcus. You understand what I'm saying? You must need. Go ahead, Marcus. Go on ahead. You see what I'm saying? But family, don't believe nothing these suicidal thinking nigga. Probably it might be a Cro-Magnon Neanderthal. You understand what I'm? Yeah, Marcus, he done. You understand what I'm saying? Wake up, Marcus already be on a cold slab some damn where. You understand what I'm saying? He say, step off the balcony. Go on, jump, nigga. Get it all over. Don't do it, Marcus. I don't want nobody to say this motherfucker. We don't want Marcus to do it, y'all, because the Marcus been done it. They've been to blame it on us. Don't do it, Marcus. Marcus been to did that shit for real. I'm done. You don't love me anymore. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? You can hear the motherfucker fall. Ah, yeah. Don't do it, Marcus. You understand? All right, family. Let's do keep an eye on the prize, family. Understand that, hey, stay healthy and keep these peoples up out of your blood. Straight up. This is the General Cyborg soon saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.